So, new day, a new day. Good day today, for myself at least. But yeah, last night, yeah, last night neighbors were like attacking each other. So, yeah, that gave me a little bit like to experience or to think about where I felt like, oh man, it's so good not to be in a bad relationship. I feel so blessed not having this kind of bad relationship. And it's almost like I also don't really feel ever drawn into something like that. It's almost like it doesn't connect with, like I feel completely removed from something like that, which is a really nice feeling to have. Where you're also like not sure if like there's even anything, but I don't want to say left because there's always something left. The moment we think we have nothing left to like process or whatever, like then like you're gonna get your lesson. There's still something. There's always something, right? But I'm happy I'm not in that because I saw how they attacked each other, and then not even just verbally or like that already can be very destructive too, but they physically assaulted each other, right? So the woman would scream for help, come to my neighbor. The neighbor called me, so I come out showing a little bit of presence to kind of like mediating, or I don't know, just being there. And yeah, like she called the police because the guy hit her, and then she was just standing there. I was waiting with the neighbor for the police, and then the guy came up too, and he was like showing us like a wound that he had, and he was like cut here, and then he said like she cut me. And he was flabbergasted. He didn't, and he said it like, I don't understand what's happening. I don't know. She just cut me. And then like he was distraught. The woman was a little bit more collected, although I don't know if collected is the right word. Maybe even cold. But in either way, so like he came up, showed her his wound. And yeah, like the neighbor and I just told him like, yeah, kind of keep separate for now. And yeah, the police eventually showed up. The guy also called the police as well before they showed up, and he was telling them like, yeah, she assaulted me, she cut me. So then when the police showed up, they got a call from both of them, from the woman as well as from the man. So the woman called first, but the man also called as well. So yeah, so the police showed up. Then the moment the woman went up to the police car, they automatically already said like, you're under arrest for assault. They put her in the car. We walked the cops to, or we showed the cops where the house were. Like we were like walking ahead, and like they drove behind us, and then they picked up the other guy, and then they put him under arrest too. And the typical thing of like, do you have anything in your pockets, and checking his pockets and everything. But that sucks obviously. But then like, I feel good I don't have that. In the end, there are only two kind of relationships really, right? One is destructive and the other one builds you up. And then, interestingly enough, like, or it's the relationship itself, like it's just destructive towards both people, right? Or beneficial for both people, or bettering both people. But that's really just all that it is, because I don't ever saw a relationship go from like destructive suddenly to beneficial. Like the best thing that can happen is like you learn something from that, or like maybe it reflects something like inside of yourself. Why are you even like drawn in that kind of relationship? So it can be a tool to help to understand why are we even going in that kind of bad relationship. What is driving us? When we know rationally or logically that it's not even a good relationship for me or for someone, right? So I think it can be a tool to deeper understanding of oneself, but man, self-respect, that's all what it is, right? If you have self-respect, you just don't put up with it. But yeah, that's what I kind of had to deal with. I found it also a little bit surprising that, like, even though like we are in a world that predominantly has been catering to women, I've been now witness twice to like where police is just, well, they're just taking the woman, you know. So I don't think we live, or it's changing. So I guess like too many false accusations, too many bullshit that's been caused that, like, no, I think it turns more, or the woman is just held as much as accountable as the guy, no? So they just took both, so which is good, I guess. So yeah, so much for my little story, or my little experience yesterday, and I'll see you in the next video.